Right now, as you're watching this video, your brain is actively plotting your failure. It's not personal, it's survival. But understanding this dark truth could be the key to finally breaking free from the invisible chains holding you back. By the end of this video, you'll understand why success feels so terrifying and how to rewire your mind for victory instead of sabotage. I'm going to show you 3 psychological patterns that are destroying your life right now. First, the survival mechanism that makes your brain fear success more than failure. Second, the hidden trauma response that keeps you addicted to struggle. And finally, the neurological rewiring technique that can break this cycle forever. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever been on the verge of something great, a relationship, a job, a goal only to mysteriously mess it up at the last moment? If yes, leave a comment below. You're not alone, and you're about to understand why. Your brain has a primary job: keep you alive. Not happy, not successful alive. This ancient programming worked perfectly when our biggest threat was being eaten by predators. But in modern life, it's become our greatest enemy. Here's what's happening in your mind right now. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, cannot tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and a job interview. Both register as life-threatening situations. When you start succeeding, your brain panics. Success means change. Change means unknown. Unknown means potential death. So your subconscious mind activates what I call the survival saboteur, a collection of behaviors designed to keep you exactly where you are. This shows up as procrastination before important deadlines, picking fights with people you love when things are going well, or suddenly losing motivation when you're closest to your goals. Sound familiar? The cruel irony. Your brain thinks it's protecting you by keeping you small, struggling, and stuck. But staying in your comfort zone is actually the most dangerous place to be in today's world. But here's where it gets even darker. Many of us are literally addicted to struggle because that's all we've ever known. If you grew up in chaos, crisis, or emotional neglect, your nervous system learned that stress equals normal. Peace feels wrong. Success feels fake. Struggle feels like home. This creates a neurochemical addiction. Drama releases adrenaline and cortisol. Your body becomes dependent on these stress hormones, the same way someone becomes dependent on drugs. I worked with someone who sabotaged 3 promotions in a row. Each time, right before the announcement, she would have a breakdown and quit. Her brain had learned that being the victim was safer than being the victor. This creates what psychologists call the drama triangle, a cycle where you bounce between being the victim, the rescuer, and the persecutor. It's exhausting, but it's familiar. And to your traumatized nervous system, familiar equals safe. If you recognize yourself in this pattern, understand this. You're not broken, you're not weak. Your brain is doing exactly what it was trained to do, but you can retrain it. So how do you break free from this psychological prison? It starts with understanding that your brain is plastic. It can change at any age. Step 1. Recognize the pattern. Every time you feel the urge to sabotage, pause and ask, what am I afraid of right now? Usually, it's fear of the unknown, fear of not being enough, or fear of losing control. Step 2. Challenge the survival story. Your brain will tell you stories like "I don't deserve this," or "This is too good to be true." Write down these thoughts and ask, is this actually true, or is this my survival saboteur talking? Step 3. Gradual exposure to success. You can't go from sabotage to success overnight. Start small. Celebrate tiny wins. Let your nervous system slowly adjust to positive outcomes. Step 4. Nervous system regulation. When you feel the urge to sabotage, use the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and creates space between the trigger and the reaction. Step 5. Get support. Trauma and self-sabotage thrive in isolation. Whether it's therapy, coaching, or trusted friends, you need people who can see your patterns when you can't. Let me give you a real example. Sarah was a brilliant marketing manager who kept getting passed over for promotions. Every time an opportunity arose, she would either miss deadlines, argue with colleagues, or find excuses not to apply. We identified that her survival saboteur was protecting her from her mother's voice in her head saying, "Don't get too big for your britches." Once she recognized this pattern, she started catching herself in the act. Within 6 months, Sarah not only got promoted, but started her own consulting business. The key wasn't eliminating the fear, it was moving forward despite it. Your assignment for this week: notice one area where you consistently sabotage yourself. Just notice. Don't judge. Don't fix. Just observe. Awareness is the first step to freedom. In the comments below, share one way you sabotage yourself. Sometimes naming it out loud takes away its power. And if this video helped you understand something about yourself, hit that like button. It helps more people discover this content. If you want more deep dives into the dark psychology that runs your life, subscribe and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of people who refuse to let their subconscious mind run the show. Remember, your brain isn't your enemy. It's just scared and trying to protect you. But you were born for more than just survival. You were born to thrive. Until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and keep breaking those invisible chains.